here to share our knowledge, our experience to all our GIC members and all our friends in Facebook and followers in Facebook, so that we can actually exchange some knowledge and also can share a little bit of what are the things that we face in the duration all this while, investing into different things. Right. So the topic that I'm going to bring today is things that you should know in auction property, which is a kind of like very interesting topic where a lot of us, most of us, when we want to talk about property investment, we always think about property auction. We also hear people, like our friends, manage to scoop a very good investment grade property in auction. Okay, and a lot of us also have been wondering whether we can get a hold of this good deal property or not. So this is the opportunity, right? So especially like during this pandemic or any crisis happening in the whole world, you guys can see the auction property will get extra attention. Why? Because there will be more and more people, might not be able to pay their repayment, and the property might end up in auction. And all of us, the investors, and also those people who want to get property in good deal, good price, actually got the opportunity. All right, so let's go into it. I'm going to share with you guys quite a lot of information, okay, based on my personal experience. So please take extra attention and also engage with me. For those friends in Zoom, don't chat with me, I might not be able to see you. But friends in Facebook, do comment in the comment section. All right, we want to be more engaging and we want you to learn. Okay, my main goal here is to make you think and make you understand and make you experience a little bit on what is auction all about. I would love to bring you the whole journey in the property auction, but I don't think so. My 30 minutes is enough for me to share everything. All right, so let me dive into the first question I want to ask. Okay, this is the common question. All the property price in auction is lower than market. All right, so people think go auction, the price is definitely lower one. All right, so I want you guys to engage with me a little bit. Go and comment in the comment section. Those friends in Facebook, go and comment in the comment section. Answer this question. All the property price in auction is lower than the market? Okay, many of us think it's definitely going to be lower. Auction definitely is going to be lower, but the answer is no. Okay, the answer is no. Why I say is no? All right, because the auctioneer, when the bank is bringing the property to auction, they also might not be definitely reduce the price significantly. Usually they will reduce, they will check the market price and they will reduce 10% below the market, which is sometimes some of the sub-sale property also you can get 10% below market, which is very normal. But what is great about this auction property is if there is no bidder go for the auction on that particular day, the property price will further go down another 10%, usually around plus minus 10%. If the people never go for the bidding, will go down another 10%, and then it becomes very attractive for people because now it's 30% below market price, and more auctioneers, the bidders will go and try to grab this property, so there will be a competition as well. So please understand, the price might not be definitely lower than market, right? So this is my first question where most commonly people ask. Okay, my second question. Where can you find the list of property going for auction? Okay, how I know? Normally you want to find the property for sub-sale or project. Normally you guys can go to those portals, for example, like Muda, iProperty, okay, Property Guru. You guys can find those property that going for sale, all right, for new development or sub-sale. But for auction property, there are actually a few locations that actually you guys can check. Okay, you guys can go in newspaper. Those days, even today, you guys actually can search through newspaper. I'm saying this option is still available, but you might not be able to go and buy newspaper purposely to do this. And their licensed auctioneer also will publish their listing. Okay, High Court, we can go and see that in their notice board they will have it. And there are some lawyer firms also do that. Okay, especially those people who are helping these auctioneers. And most importantly, okay, the most important one, take note of this, is auction websites. Okay, these websites is actually, you guys can just go and click and search whichever property that you want to search. Okay, so whichever property they're going for listed in as a property, auction property, you guys can actually access this through the auction websites. So do go and check out about it. And there is a few websites I want to mention here. Okay, first one is lelongtips.com.my, and there are also auction lists. There is some other also auction network, something like that, and so on. There are many. Okay, there are many auctioneers that actually have this portal where you guys can just Google to find out where is the what is the property, latest property auction list. All right. Some of the website might not need. You might not be able to see the full address. Maybe you can see the jalan, but not the unit number. Like for example, Lelong Tips, you guys actually need to pay a subscription fee if you guys want to see the full address, and you want to see the history of this what I call that, the auction as well. All right, so go and check these websites. Okay, this website is actually good enough for you to find out, find out where is this property like and what kind of condition and everything. So you guys can go and do further research on those based on the information you guys see on in the website. Okay, this is another question. A lot of us never even heard this before. All right, I also believe that in our Facebook and also in our Zoom here, we have a lot of auction guru also. Okay, so I'm sure you guys have heard this, but for the general people, this document, Proclamation of Sale, or generally known as POS, is a very, very important document when it comes to auction property. Okay, what is POS and what are the information that you can obtain in POS? Okay, so these are the list of the things that you can actually obtain in the POS, in the Proclamation of Sale. When a property is going for auction, the auctioneer will have to prepare this POS. This POS will have a complete information about who is the owner of the property. Okay, existing, the current lender of the property, the bank, where do they take the loan, right? The date and time of and the location of the auction, where is the location being held. Okay, information about the property, such as the full address, the title details, the lot number, everything, the size of the property, and whether it's a single story, double story, low cost, Bumi Putra, all those things, and the bank details to prepare banker's check. Okay, I'll go detail about this further. Banker's check is a bank draft. It's a bank draft that you guys need to prepare to go for bidding. Okay, and the auctioneer info. Who are the auctioneer that are going to do the auctioning? Who is the lawyer firm? What is the reserve price? You guys want to know, right? What is the price, right? So the reserve price. The reserve price is not 100%, because when we go for bidding, the price go up, then the actual price might be different, but there will be a reserve price to say that what is the starting price for us to go auction. And then the remaining balance payment schedule. By how long you guys need to pay the balance? For example, you guys manage to secure pay the 10%, the balance 90%. How long do you have time? Okay, so for those people who never seen a POS, okay, this is the POS. Okay, a proclamation of sale. So basically, you guys can see a lot of information here. Let me just go through with you guys. So if you guys can see the chargee, it's basically the bank. How many of you guys can guess what bank is this? Maybe you can comment in the comment box. Those friends in Facebook, come and comment which bank is this. All right, and then you guys can see the charger. The charger is basically the owner. Okay, the current owner that actually own this property. All right, and then you guys can see the public auction information. Where is it? Where is the auction will be held? What time and which location and what day lah. So all this information you guys can see in the POS. So answer for my question just now. This bank is basically MBSB, Malaysian Building Society Berhad. Okay, so this is the bank. Right, and then let's go to the particulars. Okay, so the particulars you guys can see there is a title number. Okay, so the title number you guys can see the GM, Geran Mukim, you guys can see the title number. That is also very important if you guys want to confirm whether this is the actual property or not. Right, and then a lot number, and then you guys can see the locality, where's the location, the size of the property, okay, the registered owner, and then whether it's a residential building or a commercial building or all other information in this POS. All right, so that you can also see the location and description. You can see the full address and the reserve price. What is the reserve price? For example, 280,000 in this POS, right? So normally you have to prepare 10%. You guys can see, you have to prepare 10%, which is 28,000. You guys have to prepare the bank draft, 28,000 for Bank Kerjasama Rakyat Malaysia Sdn Bhd. Okay, and you have to go and put in the there is a box when you go for auction. This is talking about physical auction. I will go to the e-bidding later. All right, and then if you have managed to win, you have to pay the balance within 120 days. Okay, and also at the bottom, you guys can see the information about the law firm and also the auctioneer. Okay, so this POS is very, very important. Okay, all these informations that involved in the POS is very, very important. And when you want to get what do you call that? When you're interested to get to go for bidding, make sure you obtain this POS first. Okay, and then there will be another document. Okay, the condition of sale. Okay, so this is condition of sale. This is also very, very important in what do you call that information. Normally you can obtain together with the POS. Normally they give together with POS. If you don't have, you actually can ask for it. Okay, so this condition of sale will talk about all the details. For example, the TNB bill, who is not need to pay. All right, the maintenance fee, who need to pay. Okay, and if you can see number 4 here in the example, okay, you guys can see. All right. Tanah simpanan Melayu hanya orang Melayu sahaja dibenarkan untuk bertindak sebagai agent or wakil. For example, okay, you of course, if it is a Malay reserve property, you cannot go. Okay, even you are a Malay people, but you're asking a non-Malay to go and become a wakil, also cannot. Okay, you don't know that, right? Actually, you have to read through every single phrases in the contract of sale, condition of sale. Okay, and then they also mentioned you need to pay the remaining balance within 120 days. Okay, I just go through a little bit now on the important points, but of course you guys have to go through every single points to know what are the things that you can do, what are the things that you cannot do. Okay, so here you also can see number 19. They're talking about upon selling the property. Okay, they managed to obtain all the money to buy the property, right? Of course, through your loan or whether you pay cash. How are they going to use the money? Who they need to pay first? Also mentioned here. Okay, they need to pay the cukai tanah first. Sometimes this auction property, the cukai tanah never pay for many years. Okay, whether they need to pay the banker. I mean the what do you call that? The lawyer need to pay the auctioneer. Okay, all this information also will be mentioned here. All right, and then you see number 23. This is also very, very important. Pemegang gadaian tidak bertanggungjawab untuk menyerahkan milik kosong harta berkenaan kepada pembeli, which means they are not responsible to give a vacant possession. Normally, when you buy a subsale property or a new property, when you own a property means they give you the key, right? In auction property, sorry, no key. Right? Most of the time, you have to open it yourself. You call a locksmith or you have to break it or your own house. Okay, so normally, and then whether got tenant there or not, also you have to manage them on your own self. Okay, they might not be able to come and help you to evict the tenants. Okay, so let's go further. I hope you guys are enjoying. I hope you guys are enjoying and learning. Okay, please give as much attention as possible. All right, so now let me go to the next question. What are the due diligence or preparation needs to be done before going to auction? Okay, I have my own personal experience. What I did, I saw this property going for auction. I got so excited. I called the auction. Auctioneer say I want to register. Okay, and then I want to come for auction. And then I go there, I bring cash. Okay, I go there, bring cash, and they don't allow me to go in. This is my personal experience. Okay, so there are some of the preparation that you need to do before you go for an auction. Is basically you can do your land search. Land search is another important step that you need to do before you go for auction. Okay, I will show some of this document about land search in a while, and then check whether the property is Bumi property, non-Bumi property, or Malay reserve. Okay, some of this property you can still buy even though you're not, but some can, some cannot lah. Okay, and then our loan capability. You guys have to make sure you guys can get the loan. Normally for subsale property, you go and pay the down payment or booking fee, you go and apply the loan. If you never get, they will refund you. But here, no, sorry. Once you never get the loan, bye-bye. Okay, so this is something that you guys need to worry. You need to make sure you guys are capable for the loan. And then you guys can view the actual property by visiting the property to see the actual condition. Got people or no people, or the house, you know, in the picture looks, sometimes don't even have a picture, only have the address. You guys have to go and see what is the condition of the house. Got a lot of red paint in front of the house or not? Okay, or you go there, you know, all like gangster in the house or not? Or it's a beautiful house. No, I mean, you don't need to do renovation. You can straight away go in or not. So all these things are encouraged to do. You guys have to encourage to go and see the actual property to know what are you getting. Okay, there is no viewing. Sorry, in auction property there is no viewing. You have to go and view for yourself. Okay, and if the owner is kind enough, if you can, you know, talk to them, if you can go and see the house, inside of the house is much more good lah, but very unlikely lah. Okay, and then market price and the bank value of the property. This is also very important. Sometimes we see the auction property might look like a very exciting price, but it might not be market price, or lower than market price, or also maybe we cannot get the bank valuation for the property. Also need to be checked, just like how we do for subsidy property. And then need to check whether it's a LACA or non-LACA. What is LACA? Okay, LACA means LACA, loan agreement cum assignment. Okay, what does this LACA means? LACA, those property with LACA case, those people in auction always talk about LACA case, LACA case. LACA means those property that still don't have the individual title or the strata title. Okay, means the property is still under master title. They haven't changed to individual title yet. So this kind of property, for LACA property, sometimes you might need a longer time to transfer the property, because they might need liquidator to come in, you know, they might need longer process to get the property in. So that is one of the reason why, for those people who want to go for LACA property bidding, we ask them to prepare cash at least. Okay, so in case the process is too long and you only got 120 days, and then you might not be able to get the property. So always have to be ready. And then people see LACA case property, other people don't want to go bidding. So you will have lesser competitors. Also good and bad lah. Okay, now we go back to the things that I mentioned just now. Land search. This is a very, very important step that we need to do before we go for auction bidding. Okay, so this is the example of land search. Okay, land search, normally you guys can see this information. Okay, some of the information here still can be get in the POS, but there are some information that you guys cannot get in POS. Okay, I go to it. Okay, so basically this information you can see like it's a freehold property. Okay, what's the size, what is the lot number and everything. Okay, and then this, yes, this is also very, very important. You guys can see the address and everything. Okay, you guys can see what are the caveat on the property. This information only can be obtained through doing the land search. Okay, who caveat the property, which is very, very important. Okay, so for example here, you guys can see RHB Berhad caveat. If RHB Berhad is usually the bank that will take the loan. Normally we go and take the loan for the property. We need to charge the property to the bank, right? So RHB Berhad is the caveat holder. This is fine. This is no problem at all. This is common for all the property, unless the property is fully paid. And then you see, I got put a question mark there. It's very interesting. Okay, this property already charged with the bank, but then this specific company, I don't want to write the full name, Old Sendirian Berhad, actually caveat this property. If you guys want to know, if you want to do caveat, right, you must have caveatable interest. Means I owe you money, or I tell you I'm going to give my property as a collateral for whatever loan purpose or whatever, then only the person can caveat. I cannot go to your house, Mr. Maybe Roy house. I want to caveat your property for fun. Cannot. Okay. So you guys can see this caveat is something that you really have to see whether got any third party that caveat in the property or not. So for example, this is one of the property that I went for bidding myself. Okay. I go and check this company. I go and Google search. I find out this is actually a money lending company. Okay, it's a non-LACA case, but got this company caveat the property. So most of the time, this kind of situation, you cannot get settled within 120 days. Most of the time, I'm not saying cannot. if you guys manage to go to a money lending company, say that, you know, I'm buying over this property and I'll try to solve, and they manage to settle everything, it's fine. But most of the time, they will refuse to release the caveat because they haven't get back their money. So to settle everything will take time. Okay, to settle, of course, you settle, but it takes time and a little bit more cost. So we have to be careful in this. Make sure you guys do the land search. This is the purpose we're doing the land search. Must do the land search so that we know who are the other people who have interest in the property. Okay. And then now MCO, how to go to the to the high court for the bidding? All right, cannot, right? So we have this something that good news, I can say it's a good news. You can still actually go for e-bidding or e-lelong. In Malay, we call it e-lelong. All right. So there is two types of e-lelong. Okay, there is one type they call it high court auction. Okay, for non-LACA case. Just now I mentioned, right? LACA means those property that don't have the individual title or strata title. All right. For those kind of cases, you guys can go for high court auction. Okay. Now the idea, sorry, high court is only for those property already have individual title. Okay. So this, if you want to go and register to become an online bidding in the high court, you have to go to this website. Okay. elelong.kehakiman.gov.my. All right, and there is a manual. I think if you guys, I'm not sure whether we are giving or not. You guys can go and check there. There is the manual available to tell you how to register for this e-lelong. Okay, there are steps that you need to do because there are many steps. You need to verify your identity, and you can be an individual, you can be a company as well to register for the e-bidding. Okay. All right. So for e-lelong, got one how to say obstacle during the MCO also. Okay, you still need to go to court to submit your bank draft. Just now I say you need to prepare the bank draft, right, or a banker's check, right? You still need to go for the court to submit the bank draft. So still got manual. On the day bidding, only you're sitting at their house and click it. But then before that, you still need to go to the high court to submit the bank draft, which is very, very important as well. All right, so you cannot be sitting at home. Hey, can I pay online? Can or not? Sorry, for high court one cannot. Okay, and good news. Okay, for LACA case, this one for those property that doesn't have the individual title or strata title, usually the private auctioneer will do the auction. Okay, for example here in Chan Mau, they are one of the private auctioneer. If you guys can see there, I got mentioned there. You guys can actually place the auction deposit via online banking. Okay, for private auctioneer, you can. I'm not sure about all the private auctioneer. This private auctioneer say can. You can actually put the deposit online. You just do the online transfer, do registration, everything. You can do the online transfer also can. You guys can go and Google and check more. This is one of them only. I believe there are more of them. Many private auctioneers outside there that handles this LACA case. But remember, LACA case, sometimes you might not have enough time for you to do the property transfer. So you might have some issues on the securing the loan. So make sure when you go for LACA cases, most of the time we advise people to prepare cash, right? Okay. So I want to do a little bit of a summary, okay, on what are the things that I shared just now, okay? So always remember, okay, auction, you know, the auction is very exciting, right? It's very, very exciting, and we are like, you know, when you go for the auction, you want to win the house. Okay, it's a very emotionally exciting, you know, you somehow like want to win the auction property. So we have to be always, for those smart investors and smart people who go for auction property, you have to be ready with your target price. Okay, your target price must be very, very firm. For example, their reserve price is 250,000. You want to up to 300,000, nothing more. I'm not going to go anything more than that. All right. So you have to have the firm in your mind. If let's say you play, sometimes the property auction, I've seen many times, is even too much, too high above than the market price. Don't talk about the reserve price. It went so high until it went up to the market price. Why? Because sometimes the the neighbor want to buy the house for their parents or for their siblings or for their children. So they have different value for the house. Okay, so we have to be, be firm with the price. Okay, and then mistake can be costly, right? Mistakes, for example, you never do land search. Okay, you never do land search, and then silap, they got somebody, Mr. Long, Mr. Long actually have a caveat in the property and refuse to release the property, and you have to go through all the hassle. And there are a lot of hassle that we can foresee in auction property as well. But if you are experienced, if you are prepared, there are chances for you to win is very high. Okay, and then there are always next time. Never think today I never get the deal. I mean, on auction property cannot buy every. But you see, auction property, there are always new and new property, especially like right now. There are so many auction property coming into the market. All right, so we have to be, keep on looking, keep on looking every week. You guys can, target the location and keep on looking, keep on looking. Then suddenly it will appear. Who knows, if you're lucky, you're the only one that goes to the property, and then you might win the bidding. So this is a few tips that I want to give to you guys. Okay, right? I think that's all the information that I want to share today. But I believe you guys always remember to do your own due diligence, to go and check on the property properly before you actually take any action. Okay, a prepared person always have a higher opportunity, higher chances or opportunity to win any auction. All right, so thank you very much.